Howdy folks, Nathan Island here with a very special fast lane truck. Behind me, the 2015 Cadillac Escalade. Now the reason it's special is because we asked you, what should we do with this vehicle? And well, you answered. And although we're not going to fill it with a loaded maneuver, we're not going to put bodies in it, dead or alive, and we're not going to use it to do horrible things like donuts, which I would love to do, but Roman would get mad. We are going to do some very light off-roading with it. And the reason why we're doing very light off-roading is primarily because its front end is only just over 7 inches of ground clearance and has 22-inch wheels, each one of which costs as much as my mortgage. So, rather than doing that, we are going to go very nice and light in this beautiful area. Look behind me, snow still in the mountains. It's nearly summer. All of that is going to be coming up next. General Motors never said, hey, this is a great off-roader, you should really take it into the rocks. But by adding a 4 high and a 4 low option, they are saying there is a little tiny bit of capability. Behold, the big, the steamy, the sexy 6.2 liter V8. It sounds really good, but more importantly, it puts out 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. And it's hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission, which can send power to all 4 wheels because it is technically a 4x4. It even has, on the knob, a little dial that lets you go into 4-wheel drive low. It's relatively efficient for such a giant vehicle. 15 miles per gallon city, 21 miles per gallon highway, and we've been averaging around 16 miles per gallon. And remember, both Andre and I drive like steamboat captain with large foot. I put it into 4-wheel drive high. I don't think I need 4-wheel drive low. I hope I don't need 4-wheel drive low. Already feeling the rocks kind of turning underneath the wheels. So you really feel an awful lot with these 22-inch wheels. Could be worse, but so far, no problems. This is the nicest American interior that is currently available on any vehicle sold in the United States. There are a couple little issues. First of all, fit and finish is pretty good on the doors and throughout this area here, but I've noticed that just little things that just look like they should be buttoned down more aren't. And probably the biggest issue is CUE, C-U-E. It's the infotainment system that Cadillac uses, and it's a very difficult system to use. As for the rest of the vehicle, the seating position is excellent. The comfort is outstanding. There's really good lumbar support. I have really, really good room for my legs. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could sit here and be really comfortable. One thing's for sure, the front end chin splitter is a real issue. Now, according to General Motors, it's 7.9 inches off the ground. I have a really hard time believing that because we've gone over things that are a little over 6 inches high and we only barely scraped by. But it could have to do with, extra weight in the front, something like that. Still, despite its low chin, and no, you cannot take that off easily. It's definitely not something made to come off very easily. And the last thing I want to do is rip it off. Backseat room. Now, when you're buying a vehicle like this, you want backseat room. And unlike a lot of other vehicles that it competes with, they think of the rear passengers first. I seriously think that this seat is actually a better seat for long distance than the front seat, with the exception of all the little goodies that the front seat comes with. So, big guy like me, 6'1", with my big boy shoes on, I'm able to sit behind myself very comfortably. I can cross my legs. Also, the infotainment system pops down right here instead of in the headrest. Now, some of you might think, well, I really want two of these, but personally speaking, I kind of like this thing here. Check out these Bridgestone duelers. 22 inch. Wow, that is mud and honey more than I expected. And these are considered mud and snow, but if you look at the tread pattern on here, they really look like a street tire. This is one of the reasons why we're not going to do any heavy off-roading or even mild off-roading. We're doing very light off-roading. A, we don't want to scratch these up, and B, because there's really very little grabbing tread on these for rocks or deep mud. Obviously, the suspension is far stiffer than it would be on a Suburban or other vehicle like a pickup truck that would have a similar platform. Obviously, the reason for that is because this is really built for driving on the streets and occasionally driving in snow. But what's surprising to me is that it's actually fairly well dampened. Now, I'm not saying that it's perfect for off-roading, it certainly isn't, but I mean, I'm going over rocks that are between 3 and 6 inches high, and it's not really struggling. That is, believe it or not, a very fast-moving hatch. It's impressive. You know what else is impressive? These folding rear seats. Watch this. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. That's fast. That is really fast. I think it's the fastest I've ever seen in a vehicle like this. Down. Wow. It's almost like a catapult. Put your kid on there and, you know, hey son or daughter, up we go. I am a little impressed with this vehicle off the beaten path. Not because it did everything that a lot of crossovers have done, no. Because it did it without much effort, despite the fact having tires that are very street bias, giant 22-inch wheels, and a suspension that is absolutely not made to go off-road. I still feel that there's a lot of money. I mean, $89,000 plus for that vehicle is a lot of money. But if you look at the competition, everything from Range Rover down to the Lincoln Navigator, we're talking about a vehicle that really does quite well in every environment it's been in. That's impressive. I hope you liked it. I did. For the Fastlane Truck, this is Nathan Adlin. Don't forget to go to tfltruck.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. Time for me to go pimpin'.